fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Davidson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. On 2nd down, Eckler. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
Second and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
7 yards, the pickup there.
At the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Now it's Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Chris Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Campbell making the catch. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Flushed out right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chargers.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
It's Williams on the catch. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert on 1st down now. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Herbert off of play action. And he fires one incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll go down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. McCann's kick up and good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Now
a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On first down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Rodgers now on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's second and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The handoff, it's Eckler. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Waller.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. With it, looking to pass. They'll roll him out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Waller taking it in over the middle. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's a big play there for Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Raiders 14.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? On the give, this is Eckler.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Herbert now. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Shavarius Ward in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Herbert. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On play action. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On the carry, it's Jackson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was